My name is Don Pooh, Robert Cummins, aka Don Pooh, owner of this establishment, Brooklyn Chop House. Thank you. Thank you. So, where do I start? Brooklyn born. By way of, my parents are from Barbados. Born here. So I rep Brooklyn, I rep Barbados. Those are the B's that I rep. I had an opportunity earlier on. I went to Howard University for a little bit. So I got the entrepreneurial bug and I left. I didn't get a chance to, finish. So, I was there for I graduated from a 2-year school, the another B, Borough Manhattan Community College. So I got B and C. So I got 1 degree, right? And then I'm gonna tell you about the other one in a minute. And so I was able to get accepted to Howard. I went there for a little bit, met a few people, went to school for 2 years. And I had a year left and I didn't finish. And I got the entrepreneurial bug, and then I came back to New York, started opened up a barbershop, and that went pretty well. And then I got into the music business by way of the notorious B.I.G. I was on the road with him, and his whole journey. And another friend of mine that went to Howard, Mark Pitts. He's the manager, so I worked underneath him. And then I learned the management business through Mark Pitts Management. And I was on the road with Biggie for 2-3 years. Me and Biggie hit it off. We became good friends. And then, in my barbershop, a friend of mine named Anton and Gavin, 2 good friends of mine, they had a sister named Inga. He'd say, "Oh, my sister rap." I'm like, "I want to meet her." So I met her, and then we developed her, and then we changed her name to Foxy Brown. So I worked with her, blew her up. She became a worldwide artist. Did really well for, worked with her for 6 years of my career. Then I became the executive vice president of MCA, and then I'm gonna go into the pivot because this is what this is all about. So I went into being an executive because I never was, executive, or I was always an entrepreneur. I had a barbershop, had my management company with Foxy Brown, worked for a management company, and then I became an executive at MCA Records, where they said that we got an artist that we have a little problem with. Her name is Mary J. Blige. I'm like, what's the problem? She's not listening to us. I think, how it's really weird. And this is how I got my relationship with Mary. I think you could work with her and you guys would hit it off. And sure enough, we hit it off. And, we had a lot of success. One of our biggest records, I worked with her on early on in my career. Worked with other artists at MCA, so I started to learn and understand how corporate America worked. And becoming an executive and working in corporate America, I kind of understood structure and what it took to run a company and build a company, and work with all different departments within a company. So from there, 2000. So I was there for 6 years. We had some success with 2 albums, working with Mary and other artists. Then I went off and decided to try my own business, and I tried to open a club. It's a club called Rain in Brooklyn, New York. I opened that up in 2005. It lasted to 2009. I had some success. Then I got an opportunity from a friend of mine that said, "Hey, let's take on this Papa John's development deal of 16 stores." I was like, "Oh, you know what? I got some, I got some money stashed up. Let's do it together." So I developed 7 of the 16 stores of Papa John's. Franchisee. I became a franchisee. Again, structure, proven concept, right? Because I didn't want to put my money into something, because the club didn't really go too, it went well in the beginning and didn't really go too well at the end, because it was a club. So that was a learning lesson. That wasn't like a great business to get into. So when I decided to go into franchising, I started to understand, you know, they had standard operating procedures, SOPs in place, because obviously they are proven track record, had data that we can lean on and look to say, listen, maybe pizza eaters over here, we're gonna put these locations in different places. So it ended up working out for us. I sold those locations, got into Checkers, had the bright idea to go into Checkers. Checkers wasn't really popular in New York City, but I thought I knew something that other people didn't, and it didn't work out so well. So I didn't do well in that business, right?